Hey everyone, it's Taz Van Rassel here from Rain City Improv. I just wanted to let you know I'm very excited to be coming out January 29th to Malaspina Theater. It's going to ideally be funny and it's going to change your life. They are unpredictable. I never know what they're going to do. And once there's usually a period at the beginning where they're very much in the box and they're trying to do the right thing. You're like, what's any type of transportation? What's a weird one? And they're like, a car, a bus. I'm like, yeah, cool, but anything else? And then one kid will be like, a cupcake? I'm like, yeah, here we go. And then once they realize they can be weird, then it can get really fun. And they're way more creative than adults and weirder than adults. So you can get some really fun scenes happening. Don't worry, we're not going to make fun of you. We make fun of each other,
Yeah.
but we don't make fun of the audience unless you say something like horrible. But then we'll jump on it a little bit. But body language, if you are not making eye contact or you're like, oh no, we're not going to be like, come on, give me a suggestion. No, we're all making the show together, and you can participate as much or as little as you want. Obviously, we still need people to participate a little bit, but there's always at least one person who's like, okay, I'll do it. And once they get going, it sets the ball rolling for other people. It's not a workshop. It's not like everyone has to get involved. Like, no, if you want to sit in the back of the room and just like quietly giggle, that's fine. We just ask that you're just respectful as an audience, and we'll be the same to you. Yeah, it's two of us. It's my friend Raylan Carson, and we've been doing improv together for I'd say the past about 5, 6 years, something like that. And we traveled all across Western Canada. Definitely make each other laugh. Things start going wrong. I always have my partner, and it's Raylan. And I can look at her and be like, oh, "This is interesting." Someone's just screaming in the back of the room, and when we have to deal with it, so I don't know. It's very funny when things go awry, and then you can like pull it back. Also, it's supposed to be a funny show. It's silly. We do like very like fun games, and we get the audience as involved as much as we possibly can. Under these circumstances, we've done a couple shows now where like kids are all in masks and we're all in masks. Like it depending on the place that we're at, and kids also adjust so quickly. So it wasn't like a huge like, oh, we can't do the thing we like. It was like, no, we just do the thing we like a little bit differently. It's very empowering to the kids just for us to point at them and like, what's an animal you like? And the kids like, a dog. Like, cool. And then we move on. Like we don't even think about it, but they're like, I did a thing. And because of that, like, yeah, we get through to a lot more people and a lot more kids of all sorts of abilities. And I would say the fact that I don't have to memorize a script, wear wear a costume. Possibly it's born out of laziness, but I like to think it's born out of adventure. Like not knowing what's going on, I really enjoy the variables of it. Whereas if you're doing a traditional theater show, like you know all of your cues, and there's still room for things to go awry. But in an improv show, like we never know what's going to happen, and you got to win them over sort of quicker and make them comfortable with the idea of participating because smaller audiences are a bit more timid, I would say. So if you're playing to like 15 kids in a small classroom, which I've done many times, you kind of have to like you have to meet them on their level. And that's when we'll ditch microphones and everything and just be like, okay, here, we're just doing a fun little thing and let's figure it out. It's almost more conversational
Yeah. Okay.
to kind
Okay.
of get there, and you sort of help them create the show with you, so they feel that they have a sense of ownership with it. I started in high school, doing like Canadian improv games, and I just fell in love with it. And the competitive format for improv for schools versus schools. I was not good at sports. And when I discovered that in like grade 10, that we could compete against other schools in our city and then in your province, and then if you win that, you go to Ottawa and you compete against other provinces for the finals. It was a huge thing, very fun, and like I still am friends with a lot of the people that I competed against and played with way back then. One of the most important things is to pay attention to your scene partner. So every single thing that they do is a gift, and including all the mistakes that they make, and vice versa. So everything that if I come in and I open a door in a weird way, then that can be the thing that we play with now. Like they have permission to make fun of me on that, but also this becomes the reality. So it's very playful and can be very mischievous. That's one of my rules when I teach a lot of improv as well. And it's like, just let's all have permission to make fun of each other in a kind way, but like jump on all of these mistakes and they turn into gold. The biggest one, and it's a little bit cliche and name dropping, is playing at with Colin Mockery at the Vogue. So that was very fun, and I've gotten to play with him a bunch of times because he's from Vancouver, and also it's such a small scene. Like once you get into this, like you will very quickly meet your heroes, and they're all pretty cool. It's a great way to make money. You're gonna no, it's a great way to meet people. There's a great community in it. If you are looking to get involved, I run a school here in Vancouver called Blind Tiger Comedy. That's blindtigercomedy.ca. We've been running that for about 7 years now. If you are looking to get involved, maybe take a class, see if it feels right for you. I'm part of a group called the Sunday Service.
Yeah, what's that?
More for adults. It's a weekly show that we do at the Fox Cabaret, and we've been doing it for about 16, 17 years now. And it's an improv show as well. It's not for kids, and it's in a nightclub, but that's also a large part of my background. And we've transitioned to doing online shows as well. I just wanted to let you know I'm very excited to be coming out January 29th to Malaspina Theater. Check out theater1.ca for tickets. We're going to be there at 1 p.m. It's a middle of the day show. Don't be afraid. You can see theater in the middle of the day. It's going to be interactive. It's going to ideally be funny, and it's going to change your life.